my channel, Country Conversations with Diva D. It's my piping hot tea segment. My light is horrible, I know, but I am trying to film on my phone. So welcome. And I appreciate your time. Now, what we're going to talk about on this live today is Beyonce uh, and her brightening situation and King Harris. And I'm just gonna go off the dome with King. I'm just gonna talk about what I can tell you from a social worker's point of view. Former social worker. I no longer do the job. However, I can give you my professional opinion. Okay. Former professional. Now, I'm not talking about the usual, YouTube situation where we are not professional. Um, Somebody let me know they're going to join the live. Let me go ahead and thank her for coming in. But anyway, as I was saying, as a professional, I can tell you a whole lot about what I think about how the King Harris situation should go and how, you know what, I'm going to tell you how I got this rigged up. My children, my feral children, uh, with their wild behinds, they, I'm steady having to adjust like I normally do. However, I do know now when I use my phone to let it be vertical instead of horizontal. So that was the advice of my mentor. So okay, so this is about the best it's gonna get. Remember, the ring light is leaned up against the wall. But let's get right on into it. I can't hold you too long. I have to go get my children's hair done. See. Hey, girl. So here we go. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about, like I said, is Beyonce. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just want to say I made a post just to see how far people would go. And that post was on my Facebook channel. Yes, I do have Facebook and I like Facebook. So, well, I'm in the 40 generation. Okay. I'm a Gen Xer. We don't like change very much. But anyway, as I was saying, I got to tell you, you will be surprised at the anger that people feel for this person. You have I mean, I'm not gonna say bigger stars than her, maybe like on her level. I'm talking about like a Tom Cruise. I'm talking about like Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. I have never, since I have been doing this, ever seen the type of fanfare that comes with these fans of Beyonce. It was a simple question I uh, kind of presented to a group of mine. Uh, and I was like, make it make sense. Okay. And I also put this on my Twitter channel. I said, make it make sense. We criticize the greats. We criticize Tina, Marvin, Mike, and we can't even say that this lady looks pale, right? Now, it's a picture out of Beyonce where she is actually, well, when she was doing her movie, uh, she did her movie or whatever. And she, hey girl, she, she had on a platinum blonde wig. She had on a silver outfit, right? It was just a silver outfit. And okay, in the Black community, I have to educate you a little bit on Black people because I wash out, okay? It's just simple that she washed herself out. I never ever assumed that she was bleaching her skin. I don't even know where that came from. I never assumed that she wanted to be white. Okay? Now, everybody knows that Beyonce is light skinned. Okay? So, and I mean, she probably about one shade lighter than I am. So I know how that could be as a Black person. Um, But my issue is that we can't say anything about this woman. So, okay. And all I said was we can't criticize her. They said, no, we can't criticize her. I mean, I've told y'all about criticizing people that's less than you. And that's what one person said. And then another person said, haven't y'all learned anything about criticizing people that's greater than you? Look, honey, I'm a queen. Nobody's greater than I am. Okay? And that's how you have to think of yourself. You can't let, just because somebody has money and power and success, have them think they're greater than you as a person. We all have a heart that makes us, that beats through our chest and makes our organs function, right? We all have a brain to make us think. We all have eyes to make us see. So how is that any different as a person, a human being, than me? We are the same. We need the same organs to make our bodies function, to make us live. She's no different than any of the rest of us, okay? So some people were saying that she's trying to be a Kim Kardashian reject. I said to that person, I don't think she's trying to be anybody. Beyonce is Beyonce. That's the reality of it. However, again, the picture did make her look pale. That does not mean just because we say that, I'm talking about those of us who just think that she actually looked washed out and pale in the picture. That's not saying that she's trying to be white. It's just saying that she did catch me off guard. When I looked at the picture, I was like, I saw the picture on TMZ and I was like, oh, okay, they got the picture wrong, because I did think she was Kim Kardashian. I did. I mean, that's no lie. I'm not joking about that. And I was like, oh, that must be Kim. And she's like, it's like, oh, then here comes Storm. Coming in. That's not Kim. Kim could never. This, and that. Now, I know Kim has had a lot of surgery. You don't think Beyonce's had surgery? Stop, people. Then pale is one thing. Trying to be white is another. Did I ever say the girl was trying to be white? I just said she looked pale in the picture. These are the comments. You can't see them. Look at that. 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 I can't get this many people to come to my live when I'm talking true, legitimate, on good topics during my piping hot tea. But I have hundreds. Do you see that? Comments. One girl is saying, it isn't saying she looks pale. It is the accusations of bleaching her skin, trying to be white. It is the audacity of white journalists reaching out, asking, are you trying to look white? Now, white journalists asking her this, I don't even believe that, but it may be true. Are you trying to look 50 times better than you look? Is looking white 50 times better than you look? These are questions that I have. Common sense informs you that she's not trying to lighten her skin or trying to be a Sammy Sosa. Now, like I said, people criticize Michael Jackson, people criticize Aretha Franklin, people criticize Stevie Wonder. People criticize their stars. This is the only person that I could think of in my 49-year history on this earth that nobody can say anything about. Guess what? I'm not a fan. I was a fan of the original Destiny's Child. I don't like the way things shook out when the other two members got kicked out. That's my opinion. In the words of Tamara Judge. Then here we go. Fun fact. You can lighten your skin complexion without bleaching. Vitamin C, gluten-4 are all skin lighteners. Hollywood people have been using this forever. It's temporary. In my opinion, Beyonce may have done this to match her platinum hair. See, that wasn't a bad one. That was just an observation. But then you have these people, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't accuse Smokey Robinson of brightening and lightening his skin. Now and then this one girl told me, they didn't criticize Marvin Gaye and Michael Jackson. They did. Allegedly, Marvin Gaye slept with underage girls. You don't think they criticized him about that in his time? And I know they did, because, when he came back on the scene in 1984. This is right here, off the dome, not here. This is here. When he came back on the scene with sexual healing in 1984, everything was brought back up. Only reason why he had lost his original fortune. Allegedly, he was a drug addict. Allegedly, that's what got him killed by his own father. Okay? So there are rumors and criticisms out for a lot of people that we love in Hollywood, in the music industry. But this young lady, you say she looks pale in a picture, and like I said, look at that. Next one. Dying on the hill. Fighting to criticize someone is weird as F-U-C-K. Maybe seeking professional. This girl told me I needed professional help. Now, former social worker, former mental health professional, told me I need mental health. No, you need mental health. Is that worth considering about your need to criticize someone? I said, girl, stop. Let me tell you what my reply was after I said, girl, stop. I said, what the up? Criticisms are a part of life. People we don't know, people we know, we criticize these things. We criticize these people. We criticize food prices, gas prices, etc. We are now in the midst of the highest inflation rate of our time. I'm talking about Gen Xers. And we went through the Reagan years, honey. You don't think we criticizing the government? You don't think we're criticizing the president on how he's handling this? There is a news report out right now saying that people need I'm talking about the average person, needs an additional $5,000 to $10,000 just to survive monthly. Now that's addition to your regular salary. And these people don't think we're criticizing people about this type of thing. Child, that. Then somebody said I was exactly right. Somebody else said I was right. And then they say, that doesn't make it right. Y'all bullied Michael Jackson. His appearance for years. Y'all are weird. Are we weird? Who bullied Michael Jackson? Now that I said the cat. I took our historical deceased figures for what they were. I know they're not perfect. And neither is Beyonce. And that's what I said. Beyonce is not perfect, okay? She has issues just like everybody else. Like I said, she has to take in oxygen to breathe, just like you and me. I'm confused. Who said, I can't say it? And all the people she named are super fans who defended them as well. What is the point? What is the point she's trying to make? That's me. Replies. Let's see what they're saying. She's trying to fight for her right to bully celebrities. I'm not interested in bullying celebrities. I'm just trying to let you know that I can say who I like and who I don't like. It's not fair to us as the viewing public that we can't say we don't like this person. Everybody who says that they don't like her, oh, you just don't like her just not to be like her. Oh, you don't like her because you're a fan. Because you not a fan, but because you are a hater. That's the main word. Posts like these make me wish this group had stuck to the LCC post. That means Lovecraft Country. This isn't what is being said. She is being accused of bleaching. I am not a stan. I know this is ridiculous. How are folks unaware that she is Creole and naturally pale? Foolishness. You act like we don't see this lady on TV on a daily basis. How many times have I heard that her mom is Creole? How many times have I heard that her dad went after her mom because she was light-skinned? I have seen many things stating that he went after this woman because she was light-skinned. Tried to date her because she was light-skinned. So you don't think I don't know she's Creole? Most people in New Orleans are Creole. Duh. Now we're weirdos, okay? When that's all we ever hear is about this woman being Creole and her historical background and, her parents being from the French Quarter. Here you go. There goes another. I ain't saying it's about Beyonce. I saw that on TV with Dominique Fishback going around murdering people like she was a fake Beyonce fan. Then Beehive people had you missing. And I grew up 5 states away from where she is. Ain't that something? Doxing people if they say in public that they don't like this one. Hi. Def Gaming. This thing. Can we next this already? Ring light, photo light, pale winter skin. She ain't been to the beach in a while. The rest is unnecessary banter. Not just black people bleach their skin. All she wanted to do was have platinum blonde hair locked. All I wanted to say is how come we can't criticize her? Or how come we can't say if we don't like a certain singer or not? Everybody didn't like Prince. Everybody didn't like Michael Jackson. Everybody didn't like Aretha Franklin. Everybody didn't like Whitney Houston. Everybody don't like Mary J. Blige. I'm naming the people with longevity. Everybody didn't like Tina Turner. Okay? But at the same time, they weren't beyond criticism. If it's even one song that you say you don't like by Beyonce, here they come. Newsflash, people, I haven't bought not one of her CDs. That makes me a hater. That makes me not a fan, because that shows right there that I'm not a hater if I don't buy her stuff. Haters will go out and buy her stuff just to criticize her. I'm not a fan, so I don't buy her music. People do that. There are people out there who didn't go to the concert. And it's like, well, y'all, the main one was out there spending your rent money on her concert. That's bingo. Exactly. That's why I didn't go. My rent come first. Duh. And so it goes on and on and on and on and on. Like I said, I post in this group pretty often, and that is the most posts or replies that I have ever got on this. And I never said this woman was trying to be white in this post. My post clearly says, make it make sense. We criticize the greatest. Aretha Franklin, Patty, Tina, Marvin, Prince, Mike. But we can't even say this lady looked pale in a picture. That's all I said. Nothing about bleaching. Nothing about her trying to be white. Nothing about me not being a fan. And this is what we get. Foolishness. Straight foolishness. Oh, by the way. I've been shouting out my high school football team for the last 2 days, and I'm going to continue to shout them out. Shout out until we have our parade in this little bit of small town that I live in. Shout out to the Louisville Wildcats for their victory over Columbia, 19-6, 12 trips, 12 rings. We won another state title. We haven't lost the state title at any point that we have gone. Now, I am so sick of talking about Beyonce in that pale white picture. I'm going to move right along. In this Piping Hot Tea, I said I was going to discuss T.I. and his son, King Harris, on a professional standpoint, okay? Now, see, hear that? We've been talking about this baby, 19 years old. We've been talking about him for weeks now. Who has come to his defense like they come to this woman's defense? This is a child that got yoked up by his father for talking back. Now, let me just say, in a way, I understand where he's coming from. I understand. It's okay. I understand from both perspectives. I understand from a child's perspective as a former social worker, and I understand from a father's perspective. He is trying to save this boy's life. I'm there. Okay. I have a nephew that's for the streets. Just got beat up, almost killed last week. Maybe last month. I take that back. Last month. Broken ribs, busted eye socket, collapsed lung. You know, got the body of a 50-year-old man that's only 30 years old. All I can see right now that T.I. is trying to do is save his child from the streets. Trying to save him from a lifestyle that he has already lived. You think that he didn't work hard to make millions to keep this kid off the streets? However, I do not approve of in any way of him yoking him up. I'm sorry. I know that's gonna fly over some people's heads. It's in the Bible. Turn the pages of the Bible, looking for the special rise for the child analogy, because that's what it is. It's an analogy. I don't believe in that. Okay, I don't believe that you should go through extreme measures on disciplining your children. They're gonna get on your nerves. I got 2 little baggers. They gonna talk back. 5 and 6 already, right here. Hard-headed, and all of the above. Because he stood on business. I stand on business. But at the same, y'all didn't raise me. But at the same time, we have to understand as parents that children have a voice box right in here. And a little red thing, as my mama used to say, gonna get you in trouble right in here. And all of these things allow you to talk and have a voice. Right? That goes right back to criticizing Beyonce. We have the right to criticize our parents. You're not perfect. You did things in your childhood. And like I said, I do understand that T.I. is trying to save his children from the lifestyle that he lived. And I have seen King do some evil things. Talking back, smoking weed on TV. But at the same time, you got on a national platform. And I believe that T.I. and Tiny and all of them shared the Instagram post, or somebody that was there shared the Instagram post. Either way it goes. He was already on live, to my understanding. You yoke your child up. Put your child in a headlock that could have killed him. Could have ended him from this world. It is nothing. With this right here, that's all he was doing, talking, running his mouth. Did he harm you in any way? Was he a threat to you in any way? No, he was not. Yes, he did shove and tug at his mama, but his mama pushed him first. But I'm not saying that it was right for him to shove and tug at his mom, but all he had to do was grab my arm. He's more powerful. He could have nudged him out the way. He could have done a lot of things besides putting him in a chokehold to get him away from his mother. There's a lot of different methods that you can use to subdue a kid, probably about what, five, if that. You can, that was the best you could do. That was what you could think of, put him in a chokehold. Come on, people. Next, more Diddy news. And I'm gonna make this quick and to the point. Kalama Short has come out and said that Diddy has approached him in the past as well. Now, a lot of people, allegedly, let me cover myself. A lot of people have come out and talked about how Diddy has been approaching men in the past, and they feel like he was, not, like I said, I am 49. Me and Diddy are very, very close in age. Okay. So I've been knowing a lot of things. Go back and look at my video on exposing Diddy. I've been doing a lot of research on Diddy over the years. When I decided to get involved in this YouTube game, and I knew I wanted to cover celebrity news, I knew that I was going to be covering you know, whatever came out, all the salacious details and all that type of stuff. But at the same time, I knew that there were accusations out there that he was on the DL. Like I said in my previous video, I don't think he was on the DL. He's a succubus. No, that's a female. I mean, he's an incubus to me. He doesn't use young men for sex to me. In my opinion, it's all about power. And what's the better way to get power? And if you believe in spirituality and you go deep into that like I do, then you understand that you can gain power from the youth. And so when I say he's a soul suck, a lot of people say a vampire and things like that. There's no such thing as vampires. For real. But there are people who have a spiritual power that they can use against you and gain power from you. And especially if you're an older person and you need youth. You have youth elixirs. You have all these different things that you can use to gain power off of another human. I'm not talking about skin creams and all this type of stuff. I'm talking about spiritual. And Diddy has tapped into that. Okay, I'm not going to speak on the Illuminati. I don't even know what that is. For real. I mean, a lot of people in Hollywood talk about that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not there, so I don't know. But I do understand how, I understand the spiritual realm, and I've studied it. Okay, so, and I know that, you have your ancestors, and our ancestors look over us, or they watch over us, and they provide us with different types of advice. Now, you can tap into this and use it for good, or you can use it for evil. Or in this case, is he using it for good and evil, or is he using it for power? See, it's a difference between evil and power, and a lot of people get those things mixed up. Just because you're powerful, that does not mean you're evil. And just because you're evil, that doesn't mean you're powerful. Now, does he have these components together? From those reports, from what Cassie said, I'm going to go with a good yes. So let me find this article where Columbus Short is accusing him of approaching him. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot to say, a lot of things have been dropping Diddy. I forgot to talk about how his wine is dropping. I think I talked about that in my last video. And we knew it was coming, right? They have dropped him from Revolt. He was the CEO of Revolt. And that has to hurt. I know it has to hurt. I mean, he's still human. Even though he's allegedly sucked the soul out of all these little young men in Hollywood. Yeah, if you were invited to a Diddy party, these guys have learned what it means to be invited to a Diddy party. Like I said in my previous video, my guy friend, who is my source, he was invited to one. He is a very prominent hairdresser in the Chicago area. So trust me, when you are prominent, that's what when they come into your town, that's what they look for. They look for people whose name is out there, who are the most popular, and then to get them into your circle. He was going to go to that party, however, he made the decision not to attend. Okay, so what the article says, and this article is from All Hip. Columbus Short claims Diddy tried him as well. He tried to coerce me into going to one of his parties. You remember those white parties, girl? We thought those white parties was the bomb, and we thought he had invented that. But what was he doing when he was inviting people to these white parties? Well, apparently, allegedly, he was trying to get these young boys, and like I said, suck them from suck that good energy from them, their good youth. but it's going to say that he was trying to have relations with me. That's why I should use the sex, so I don't have to spell sex out. Relations. And so it has been a rough few weeks for Sean Diddy Combs. The Revolt Network founder has faced multiple charges of allegations of sexual assault, various forms of abuse. Columbus Short has suggested an unwanted sexual advance towards him. Now, unwanted. That's a good way to be nice about it when you say unwanted, because every man, I know that it's saying that 90% of men out there in Hollywood are allegedly gay, but every man who is heterosexual has not, that doesn't mean that they're all heterosexual. Some men who claim to be heterosexual do have sex with men. I said the word sex. Relations. So I hope they don't go back and flag that. Isn't that right, Lily? I hope they don't go back and flag that when I get monetized. Okay. He say, I'm snitching. In the kitchen. Diddy, I gotta tell on him, Columbus Short stated. He tried me. So I know it's true. I was married to my ex-wife. I got a phone call in the middle of the night around 2:30 in the morning. The ex-choreographer as Scandal Star says, I picked up the phone. It was Diddy. He said, hey, man, we didn't see you at the BET Awards. What you doing? I said, I'm in the bed with my wife. According to Columbus Short, Diddy responded by letting the former Scandal cast member know that he was staying at the Hotel Beverly Hills. Short then continued, I said, who's over there? He said, just me. Now, if Diddy was alone and he invited a heterosexual man to his hotel and he didn't go, that means what? Does that mean that, he was supposed to, go to his room and lay down and have relations with him? Probably so. And move right along to the next story. I said I was not going to spend a whole lot of time on Diddy. What I want to spend time on, though, and take care into reporting is this story about Keke Palmer. She is my concern. I am concerned because this woman has decided that she was going to retract her her restraining order against her children's father. So let me find that article. Now, mind you, she accused this man of DV, right? Like I said, I was a social worker, but I was on children's end. However, I did have mothers who were in situations where they were in a DV situation. Now, here's the facts. If a mother has children, whether those children are their man's or not his, a lot of times they are not his children. Sometimes they're a little bit nicer to the ones that are his. However, it's very, very rare as a social worker that you're going to find a DV situation and a physical abuse situation that does not involve the children. So the children lead to the adults, right? And there were times when we had to have the children and the mother, okay? Because these things were happening. I'm afraid that Keke has gotten herself involved in this type of situation because it would be times where these parents, I'm speaking directly about mothers, I don't know of any males that were in DV situations when I was a social worker. So I'm speaking from a female's perspective, myself. And I'm speaking from the perspective of my clients, okay? So I can talk on this from a professional standpoint. I believe that she has gotten herself into a situation where I'm gonna try to say this as gently as I can. I put it this way. Sometimes we would have to remove those children, right? If we protected the mother and the children, it would be times where we would say, look, you're gonna have to get the man out of your home, whether he was her husband, her significant other. Either way it goes, we'll say he has to go, because our job is to protect the children. You as well, including in this case, the main job is to protect the children. So if there was a situation where we had to remove the children and she went back to that man, right, then her children would remain in custody. Do you know how many times that we had children in custody, in DHS custody, that parents were in these DV situations and the mother went back to the father? Yes. Many, 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 many cases where that happened. And because of that, a lot of these mothers would permanently lose their children to DHS custody, or the children would get adopted by family members, the children would get adopted by their foster parents, all because the mother could not leave that DV situation. Now, in Kiki's case, I'm thinking that she's thinking, just by me, like reading her a little bit and knowing, like I said, I'm Scorpio, so I'm very intuitive. And just by me reading her personality, I feel like what's going to happen with her is that she thinks she's protecting her by going back to this man. It never, ever works out this way. Never works out this way. It never works out in your favor, baby. If you ever see this video and your man is seen on video allegedly attacking you, just because you went back to him and you are providing him with visitation to his child, that does not mean he's going to stop doing whatever that thing was he was to you, because he didn't stop prior to that and you had the child. But what the article is saying is Keke Palmer is taking legal action to retract her statement in regards to the restraining order for her one-time boyfriend. In the request that she filed in the Superior Court, Palmer is saying that she wants to retract her previous statements. So, is she retracting the statements that he was DVing her? What does that mean exactly? Because she is going, the courts already see what he did, honey. You are in protection mode right now. And I don't know if you're more, now my intuition's not kicking in right here, because I don't know if she's more so protecting this dude or if she's protecting her baby, or thinking she's protecting her baby by staying with this dude or retracting the restraining order. I can assure you, that, like I said, that never works out in your favor when that happens. So basically, the hearing was set, is going to be set for Tuesday, December 5th. That's coming up, right? Yeah, that's this Tuesday coming up. Darius, 29, was prohibited from all contact with them by being required to stay home 100 yards away from them for Palmer and her child. According to the court filing from this week, the execs requested to have the court date rescheduled to allow the parties to attend mediation. The parties request that a mediation hearing be continued, and it was mutually agreed upon on November 19th. Palmer and Jackson also agreed that the orders outlined in the temporary restraining order shall remain in full force and in effect until the rescheduled hearing is obtained, according to the documents reported by People. A source close to Palmer tells People that the temporary restraining order remains in full force and will not be dropped. Kiki will continue to protect the safety of her and her child. The actress agreed upon mediation in this case, and there's so much speculation and media attention behind it, and she's concerned about her privacy and the child's privacy and the privacy of her family. Okay. The source also reveals that her preference is to resolve the issue privately and in open court and out of open court if possible. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, but if not possible, of course, we're going to, hear about it. And even if it is in private court, we'll still hear about it. And she says that she still want to protect her child. And well, that's what's important. So yeah, there is a lot of speculation. A lot of speculation is saying that she's going back to this man, and that's why she did the temporary retraction. Like I said, it's a multitude of factors involved here. I think that she did it for her child, and I think she did it for herself. And and I can't help but to believe that she also did it for that jackass of an ex-boyfriend of hers. Is he her ex-boyfriend? Now, I saw Kiki looking beautiful on the Soul Train Awards, and I saw her on the Rockefeller Center Christmas special, I think it was, for NBC. And I tweeted about it. And I'm talking about this woman is beautiful, talented, tall, statuesque, all these things she has going for her: money, power, respect, fame. And she gets involved with this a-hole, right? Oh my goodness, I've been filming. I just scratched my chest and realized I didn't hear nothing go. I've been filming all this time without my mic, but hey, it is what it is, okay? And good luck, Miss Kiki. I hope that you are, I'm about to close. Gotta wash my children's hair so they can get it braided. But good luck to Miss Kiki. Thank you to my great design team over there. How you doing? Helping me get my YouTube channel together. And she is up on top of things. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it. And I also want to thank, everyone who has supported this channel. I am trying to grow the channel, and like I said, I appreciate it. Again, congratulations to my high school football team for their 12th state championship. How you doing? And I am going to close by saying deuces. As I normally do, this Country Conversation with Diva D. Like the video. Come back in for the replay.